Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of BrobusCast. I am your host, BrobusCast, and with me today is ZDogg.
Now that's just right.
And Richard.
I suddenly have a craving for Popeye's chicken sandwiches.
Cool.
I wonder why. Hey, they're pretty good, so I don't blame you. And that's why this episode is sponsored by Pop.
Stop.
No, kidding.
Okay. Anyways, okay, so hey, a death battle came out.
It did.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, you know how it works by this point. You know, one person lived and one person died. And
Yep.
we got to see it in glorious anime style. I guess I don't really know where I'm going with this, so I apologize. We are talking, of course, about Yuji versus Denji. It came out. It's a thing. It exists.
Yes, the long-awaited rivalry that, of the protagonists, because we already had this pairing on the show, but, now it's the main boys.
Yeah.
Big boys. I don't know.
And it's our third, and interestingly enough, I don't know if they did this on purpose, but the parallels are crazy. This is our third Chainsaw Man rep, and this is our third JJK rep.
Yep. They fought
almost
each other and had a My Hero break, and then they're back to fighting each other.
Yeah.
It's almost like they planned this all along.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know if themes and such or some bullshit.
It's too bad we couldn't have a trilogy of JJK and Chainsaw characters fighting each other, because this kind of just feels like it's just the duology, I guess.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like they probably picked the best ones to do if they were just gonna,
They did.
do. But that's semantics, I guess.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
And funny enough, once again, the death battle curse has struck, because not only are we getting a teaser for the next arc of Chainsaw Man, but also, I kid you not, we're finally going to see part 2 of JJK's final season be animated.
It's really funny how that works out.
Yeah, right? Yeah. So, yeah, there you go. More content for probably only one or two of us to consume.
Well, I'm gonna be there, so.
Well, yeah, so will I.
I.
Because, man, part 1 of Season 3 got me pissed that it ended the way it did. So yeah. Anyway, the pink-haired guy lost.
I was about to say, yeah. So anyway, Yuji big dead.
Yeah. Chainsaw Man got his win, double meaning. Let's go. You'll love to see it.
I want to be sad because another character I rep lost, but on the one hand, literally holding up Yuji's hand, Chainsaw Man finally gets a fucking W, and it's just crazy. It had to be the main protagonist, because I did see something funny that if hypothetically if Denji did lose, that somebody drew fan art of him just being in the afterlife with his 2 babes.
Yep.
But
as they try to kill him once again.
Yeah. I mean, you know, that's how Denji's love life just goes.
That's how it goes, unfortunately. Sad.
No, if anything, it would just be which one of them is going to kill the other to want to kill Denji.
Goodness. Well, we'll never know, hypothetically, because, yeah.
No. I have seen that fan art of the girls posting a welcome sign for Denji, and then it's Yuji, and then Mahito's just there.
Yeah, that art's great, like goes.
Yeah.
But yes, I will say, I mean, I know it was probably pretty obvious that I was very much rooting for Denji to win, not just because, you know, not just because I didn't want the series to go 0-3, but I do really like Denji as a character, genuinely. So, you know, I'm very happy to see the end result here. Like, you know, nothing against you your JJK, you know, I very much enjoyed them both, but, you know, this just feels very nice, gotta say, so I will take it.
I mean, I'm happy to. I genuinely am happy that JJK kind of has been getting fewer wins, because it does feel like it feels like the one win they got, that was just, even that is now looked back on as a bit contentious on whether or not it's still accurate or not. But that being said, it's like, okay, well, I mean, I guess I'm not surprised that the hype just for JJK kind of just died down after we put them against other anime universes that are kind of more broken and busted by comparison.
Yeah, well,
maybe Denji will get to Oregon level one day.
Freaking Oregon level.
Freaking Oregon level. I can't believe they said that.
That's funny.
That caught me off guard a little bit, because I feel like that feels like a joke we would make.
Yeah.
Like, not even intentionally, but just like accidentally or sarcastically. But no, they actually put it in. Like, that's how you know they're catered. That's how you know they know that power scalers are gonna come up with some random bullshit way of generalizing this new feat. Like, so does that mean there's got to be a character in an anime that has to be a state level? Because All Might is all of the state levels. So we need a character that is Alaska level or Hawaiian level.
Goodness. One day we'll get there. There's got to be someone out there with that level.
Yeah, when someone gives a shit about Alaska.
Yeah, I mean,
no offense to anybody who watches this who lives in Alaska, but like, there's like 2 people in every square mile, so it's like,
We know Bugs Bunny is Florida level.
Oh my god.
That's true. All right. Anyway,
so yeah, conclusion. Do any contentions from the 3 of us on that?
Not really, honestly. Like, I feel like, yeah, they explained it pretty well. I mean, it's kind of like, you know, pretty much the whole thing we made in our previous episodes. So you know what, and yep, they presented it in a way that is agreeable, and I feel like everyone can get behind. Well, you know. The general, if you're not a fan of these two, can get behind.
I mean, the Chainsaw Man community definitely can get behind it. I mean, the JJK community are kind of split as usual. So, I mean, if you agree with it, you agree with it. If you don't, you don't. At the end of the day, who really cares?
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Me personally, I don't really care what the JJK community says, since I saw a few people say, like, oh, they didn't even use modulo. And I'm like, okay, so you're stupid. Got it.
Yeah.
Like I guess because Yuji's not in his modulo design in the fight, so like I guess that's where that argument's coming from. But like again, you're stupid. So that's all you need to really say on the matter. I don't know. Yeah, I mean I can't really say anything because I'm like I don't really know these characters, so it's like
Right.
whatever contention I could have was like, yeah, well, they probably just yeah. I guess the only thing I really can say, it's not even a shot against the episode. And I mean, obviously, no offense to anybody really, but with how this episode presented it, I'm kind of like, with the benefit of hindsight, right? I'm kind of curious why there was such a big debate about this fight at all. Like this feels relatively like this feels. I mean, look at me talking, right? Like I was unconvinced as all get out last time we talked about it, but like looking back at it now, it's like if Denji is that much faster and that much stronger on top of his better healing, I'm like, okay, so why did so many people say Yuji wins anyway? Everybody agreed with that. I guess the state sword thing got some contention, but everybody still agreed that Denji was faster and stronger and had better healing. So like, is that not enough? Like again, I mean, obviously this is hindsight, right? Like,
I was gonna say definitely some of that
Yeah.
probably came from as these years were developing and before the freaking state sword happened.
well, no,
So,
I'm talking like during the lead up to this episode.
Yeah.
Like from when this episode was announced to now, I'm like okay, so like because even the lead up to the episode had like obviously a lot of it is probably agenda. I'm not gonna say that it's not, but like even those that like I would trust to not be super agenda pilled, it's like okay, so even like when this episode was announced to now, we still had or like when the episode came out anyway, we still had a lot of debate between the two, and I'm like, how? Like just looking back on it, right? Again, it's hindsight.
Yeah.
Because again, look at me talking. I was like, sure. But yeah. And again, this is not a shot against the episode, obviously. It's not a shot against anybody in particular. Like if there was a debate, clearly, there's nothing you can do to change that. I'm just like, okay, wow. With benefit of hindsight, yeah, Denji winning is kind of obvious to me now.
Yeah.
Well, I know that the content. Good.
I was gonna say I feel like a lot of people were probably banking on like certain abilities Yuji has, and then maybe thinking his beats were a bit stronger than they were in Modulo. But
in hindsight now, yes, but what you gotta understand is back then, before the organ level feat came out, there was an actual close debate on this fight. It could have potentially gone in the same way that that Dante versus Clive went, where it's almost like 48-50. Like it's that almost dead even. But then thanks to the organ level, it pushed up the power level gap between the two of them. So if it wasn't for that, I can honestly say that Yuji might have won this, but barely. That would have been the alternative outcome in most people's opinions. But again, good on the creator for just making all of this random shit in Chainsaw Man as ridiculous as possible for power scalers to now have ways of, I guess, just classifying a combatant in a different way that we've never really seen before. Because again, Denji is now the first ever, and as far as I know, only anime character that can be classified as a state level character in terms of output and power. Like,
Yep.
we take that for granted sometimes. Like, oh, Goku is, universe to multi-universe level. Oh, well, Saitama, before the retcon, was pushing damn near multi-universe level as well. Here's Denji. I'm Morgan level.
Oh, yeah.
The fuck is that? Well, I mean, the state of Oregon? Yeah. Well, I mean, I had an enemy, condensed all that, just the entire city of Detroit, and hit me with it like a sword, and I dodged it. And I kind of overpowered it.
Yeah, thanks for that, Fujimoto. You gotta love how insane Chainsaw Man gets for absolutely no reason.
But damn it, is it not entertaining?
Exactly. Yeah.
So I understand where you're coming from, but again, you do gotta remember, like, thinking back 2-3 years ago, this fight would have been a close one. I don't even think they could have decided how it would have gone.
Right, but I'm talking like just prior to the episode coming out.
Yes.
Like, after the whole Oregon thing had like already been long since established.
Well, it's only been like less than a year, if I remember correctly, because I'm pretty sure that feat came out last year before Chainsaw Man ended. So it's not even that it's been. I mean, you are right. It's long since been established, but it's not like a feat that was introduced like 2 years ago. It's still relatively fresh.
Yeah.
So, it's
anyway.
No, yeah, it's semantics, but I will tell you this: I do like how they presented the outcome. I didn't have any complaints with it. I mean, Yuji got the 1 point that I think everybody and their mother knew he would get.
Yeah.
I mean, that was kind of obvious. Not gonna lie. I love Denji. I love his strategies. He is not more skilled.
I am okay. Can I talk about that? I am surprised they actually gave the abilities or the cut ability section to both of them instead of just to one of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I will say, I think I understand what they were saying, but it's funny to me that they were like, yeah, well, Denji can do all this and that, but then like Yuji can back off. And I'm like, what do you mean he can back off? Denji's like 100 times faster than him. Like,
yes.
Like, the frick do you mean? I mean, like I said, I think I get what they're saying. Like, I think they're probably just comparing like raw abilities alone.
Yeah.
But then but then like if that's the case, like why do you say he can back off? It's like, no, you can't. What do you mean?
Yeah, if anything, I think the better way to approach it, because they did this already with Cell versus Metal, where they say that, oh, well then Cell had his martial arts knowledge to fall back on. I think that's what they were trying to say with Yuji when they say he could just back off. I think that's what they're referring to. They're not saying he could obviously just run away, because, the debate and the animation, as we'll get to later, obviously shows us Yuji can do anything but, quote-unquote, run away or back off in that regard. So, I agree with you. I think that the idea is, well, look, they can cancel each other out, so ultimately, this feels like it's a tie. Even though I would make the argument that I think Denji would get it ever so slightly, because yes, Yuji has his martial arts abilities to fall back on. However, if the fact that the healing factor and that's really just it. If the healing factor is that much of a broken ability to where, yes, he'll have to consume blood eventually, but it's still something that gives him the overall edge in his arsenal of tools. Because I really feel like that's what it was coming down to, because they classify it as cut ability, and, well, it's kind of more obvious that section is a tie, because they can both cut things, no problem. So the idea of it being healing factor versus martial arts, I think that's what made them just decide, well, yes, Denji does have the healing factor, but you have to remember he's eventually going to need blood to consume to heal himself. And Yuji has the option to at least break off and have a way to keep Denji on the back foot, if that ever happens.
Yeah.
I think that is the intention. Like, I don't know. I can't honestly say that I agree with the conclusion, but if you were to just ask me, is this my favorite conclusion they've done so far in the 2026 era, I would have to say no. I think Metal Sonic versus Cell still holds that for me, because it was just more self-explanatory and they broke everything down piece by piece. Whereas here it's like, well, Denji wins this, this, and that. Both of them are tied in this section, and here's why. But I don't know. I don't feel like I can comfortably say that, okay, yeah, I actually love this conclusion, and I think it's the best so far.
I don't know. I thought. I mean, yeah. I don't. I mean, I don't think it like really needed to go as far.
In general, I don't really.
Like,
honestly, in general, I don't really care to compare verdicts anyway. Like, as long as it's good, and at that point, I'm chilling.
It was good and doesn't contradict itself. It's good, and it doesn't in this case. So
yeah,
I guess that just comes down to, like, what do we perceive as good outcomes anyway? Because our level of enjoyment for those outcomes are gonna vary from person to person.
Yeah. I mean, obvious bias aside, I just felt like everything was laid out in a nice way. I understand the reason, and that's really it.
Yeah.
The power section alone, I feel, was covered very, very well. That was probably the best section of the conclusion for me personally.
Yeah. So okay, how about these analyses then?
So it's I can't speak to Denji's, so that's ZDogg. That's ultimately going to be ZDogg's territory. I can say for what they did with Yuji's, I thought it was pretty good. Was it great? No, but I guess I've just put these analyses on too high of a pedestal that I'm okay with just the bare minimum and it being good. It doesn't have to be. If it can be great, that's good. That's fine. But I do feel like, okay, well, I can see how far they've come with their analyses, and I have seen people of the JJK. Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say more Gojo indeed. I will. Okay, I have seen people make comparisons, and I guess if you were to just ask me which one I think is better of the three so far, I still think, ironically, I think Mahito's analyses is still my preferred one, because it just did a good job of covering him in a way that I don't know. Something about that just felt more interesting and more memorable to me. Gojo's was fine. Gojo, they were working with current JJK at the time, so that's kind of just it. Whereas Yuji is now the main one to finish off on. So yeah, I thought Yuji's analyses was pretty good, especially the end stuff. The funny edits they do here and there are kind of, to be expected.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, even though I'm still not caught up with JJK fully. I feel like everything, the coverage was pretty solid. I do, I don't really have a lot to complain about there, honestly. I don't know.
Yeah. All right then.
So then, how was Denji's?
Yeah, how was Denji's then?
Yeah, I like Denji's. It was again, I feel like it was a pretty solid coverage of everything. Even though, in hindsight, it might have felt a bit too. Um, what do I say? How do I say it? I don't know. I do feel like in some cases, they might have speed run.
It was
Um,
overgeneralized, I guess, is what you're trying to say.
I guess overgeneralized, yeah. Like I don't know. Like I don't know how to put it. Um, 'Cause it felt like a lot of the analysis was kind of focused on like what's out in the anime right now, which obviously. But then like when covering some of the manga spoiler stuff and some of part two, I felt like they maybe didn't have enough time to include some of it, but like
Well, to be fair, it ended like a month ago, so
I mean, yeah, it did end a month ago. Yeah, I'm aware of that. But yeah, I mean, I ultimately don't mind it. Like I still felt like the coverage of like the story and like all his abilities and his character. Thought it was pretty all right. I'm satisfied for now. So his coverage could have been maybe tweaked a little bit to let more stuff flush out, sure, but I'm ultimately pretty satisfied with what we got here. So
I will say
yeah.
on the topic of the ending,
yeah.
it's interesting to me because I remember, again, outsider, but I remember when it came out, everyone just completely shat on it. And then I hear how it's described in the episode, and there is probably a ton of context I'm missing, and that's 100% fair.
Yes, there is a lot of context.
But they explain it in a way that I'm like, huh, wait, that's actually kind of sweet.
Okay. I will say I do actually, I still have my gripes with the ending. I'll put that on the table, but maybe hearing it described in this way did make me lighten up on it a little. I guess.
I think that does come down to how it's phrased and how it's shown, because Death Battle obviously can't just go through everything frame by frame or sentence by sentence to describe the ending. They do have to find a way to generalize it to the public, because as we've long established, this could probably be somebody's first introduction to either characters. And so maybe the reason they omitted, I don't want to say some or most, but context overall, I think that was just them wanting to find a new way to contextualize the ending. Because, again, I'm sure if ZDogg were to just break down the ending to us with the missing context that wasn't included, the way he's describing it will probably make us feel one way versus how Death Battle presented it, which makes us feel this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's cool, but
other than that, the only real thing I can comment on is that thank God they don't pussy out of the spoilers.
No, I agree.
I was gonna say they did not hold anything back when it comes to that.
It's like no, it is.
Yeah,
it's like no, it is all here. That's good. Please do that more.
So gone are the days of characters like Omni-Man where they are afraid to show spoilers because they are wanting people to either watch the show or read the comics. So now, fast forward later, they jettison that concern right out the window. They even tell you, like, straight up that this will contain spoilers in the black box that nobody reads.
Yeah.
So it is there for them to let the audience know, hey, we will be covering spoilers. If you don't want to know, you've got, like, I don't know, however long it takes for you to catch up and then come back and watch this.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I do feel like, not spoiling any, like, there are certain characters with, like, doing a more, trying to avoid spoilers is benefit. It's kind of benefit, but, like, yeah, when considering both these stories are now over, having it all on the table is pretty welcomed, and yeah, I do kind of hope that for characters like these, they get more into the spoiler stuff, and it sucks, for like people who are only watching the anime that they have to wait like however many years to finish to get the full context, but it is how it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like, I get the like the argument of like, well, I don't want to be spoiled on this thing that's coming out. Like, I don't know. Like, I get it. Like, I get it for like Omni-Man or for like or whatever. But I don't know. If the argument is like I don't want to be spoiled, then like as cop out of an answer as it is, just don't watch it. Like I know that's not the greatest response in the world, but like sometimes a lot of the best coverage can come from stuff you've probably not seen. Like this is what makes these analyses so good, and what makes like something like Omni-Man's. Like I like Omni-Man's rundown, but it's not like they could have done better with it.
Yeah.
But
like that's not how you would introduce somebody to Invincible.
Yeah. Like I kind of got it. Like I kind of got the whole like hiding spoilers or something for Omni-Man for Omni-Man Homelander, because like Invincible only had the one season, which came out fairly recently. So yeah, like and Invincible was huge. Like and yet somehow not quite big enough where some people didn't even realize that it was based on a comic. So whoops.
Whoopsie.
But so like in that sense, sure. But then they did Omni-Man again, and they still shied away from it. And I'm like, okay, come on now.
I was gonna save this for our ranking, but man, watching Omni-Man's second analysis after watching season 4 of Invincible. Man, that is
it's home, doesn't it?
It's a trip.
It feels a little empty in some cases. I mean, it's not. Granted, it's not outright bad, but
No, it's still a fine rundown. It's just and then of course, the editing is fantastic. In other words, water is wet, and there is a storm outside. So let's continue.
Yep. Good work. Then
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Animation. Hey Zach, are you okay?
What the hell do you mean?
Well,
man.
clearly he's not okay because he had help on this one.
True.
Oh, true. No.
It's just funny because in this era alone, he's done like he's mostly been known as the sprite animator, which he does like a phenomenal job with that. But then he goes into, hey, I want to do a full hand-drawn fight, or hey, I want to voice one of these characters, or hey, let's just do this whole thing in freaking 3D, which I've never shown off before. Like,
Yeah.
And pulled everything, all of those things off flawlessly. What the fuck? Like, what do you mean? This he's creative. like to pull all those off very well in the span of 2 years, basically 1.5 years. That's pretty insane. But you know what? I'm not complaining, especially in this fight case, because man, this was pretty damn cool.
I will say this is much better than Reize versus Bakugo by a landslide, and I don't mean to throw shade on that episode. I've said my piece on it, but I think this just visually captures my attention more.
Yeah, that's fair. Even as someone who, like I said, I like Reize Bakugo, but yeah, I definitely see that.
I was very. Oh, God.
I couldn't possibly tell you what it is. Okay, it's good animation. Don't misquote me there, but there's something about the visuals of it that just feel off to me. I could not possibly tell you what it is.
I think I might have something, because...
Yeah, if you say it, because I'm thinking it too.
All right, well, I hope we're thinking the same thing. It's probably the fact that nothing really has a shadow. Or neither model.
Okay. I wondered
it's very
about that.
flat. Yeah, it's well.
I feel like it's not as like the only thing I think is like the only spot I think that is very noticeable is when Yuji it pans down to Yuji.
Yes, and
starting about to kick Genji's head off.
Yeah.
There's no shadow.
Looks a little weird without a shadow there. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it feels very flat. Like there's no shadowing. I mean, okay, I don't want to say there's no shadowing because there is obvious in certain areas.
Yeah, there's shading somewhere.
There is shadowing and shading on the characters at certain points, but because everything is so saturated, there is a lack of shadow. Because that's what I was gonna say. This fight feels well. First of all, it looks too clean. It looks too saturated. And there are moments where it looks like it's intentionally going for that kind of flat style to the Chainsaw Man mangas, which is weird because I've seen the Chainsaw Man mangas. They definitely look like this is what I would imagine they would look like in a more hyper-stylized one, but the color prints have been out for a long time, so clearly I can't say that 100% certainty, but I'm just getting the impression that Zach wanted this to be as close to the manga of Chainsaw Man as possible.
Yeah, and that's fair. It's not awful by any means, don't get me wrong.
No, I mean, okay, and
again,
all right, don't misquote us. Don't misquote us. I'm sorry, ZDogg. There are I've seen the animation. I've got it up on my screen, frame by frame. There are moments where there are shadows on the ground, like especially with a certain particular moment that we're going to get into. So it's not as if they neglected putting any shadowing down at all. It's just for certain shots, the animation looks a little flat. It almost feels like they're not... It feels too 2D in a sense.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I especially felt it like that whole it feels 2D thing mostly, and it's weird. Obviously this is a cell shaded fight. We've all gotten used to that by this point. But is it just me, or does a lot of the outlines, the line art, as you would describe as a 2D for a 2D drawing, is it just me, or does it feel drawn on?
It does. It's not just you, because when I see this particular style of cell shading, it feels like they forgot to shade in the most important parts. It feels like this is supposed to be 3D, but it feels like it's masquerading around as a 2D cell shaded drawing. And because of that, it lacks... Well, as ZDogg put it earlier, whenever he brought up a particular moment, it feels like it lacks any 3 dimensions whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
It does. And I have seen people kind of critique the animation by saying these points that we're bringing up, and I don't know why. Again, we don't know what goes on in the meetings. We're not flies on the wall. We can't determine what the operable style they want to convey for these animations are. But it does kind of raise the question, why didn't they just make this a full-on 3D episode? It is 3D, quote-unquote, but it feels like it's a mixture of cell shading, 2D and 3D, and it's kind of hard for the animation to pick one. It almost reminds me, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the first ever One Punch Man 3D fighting game that came out years ago. The way those models were animated and the way those models were drawn, it feels like they were 2D drawings that just had a 3D shader put on them.
Yeah, I can see that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, and fun fact, there are a lot of anime games in Japan by Toei and Bandai that use this method.
Yeah,
So
like, okay, let me make sure I clarify what I mean.
yeah, you're the
'cause,
artist
like,
here.
Because like when I like obviously in most cell shaded fights, like yes, the outlines, the black lines you would see, they are typically added in post. Like the models would have nothing on them, unless it's Dragon Ball for some reason. I'm not complaining about it, but it's just kind of interesting to me. Um, but like I imagine the base Yuji versus Denji animation was probably just like pretty typical standard 3D models, and that goes for like most, if not all, other cell shaded animations ever. Like the outlines, the anime like drawing outlines would be added afterwards. But what I mean by drawn on, I mean like literally like put to pen and paper, or like pen and tablet, and drawn on, not shaded in. Like it looks like kind of scratchy in a sense. I don't know how much, like, again, we're going a lot into this as if it's like this huge problem. Like, let me make sure I get this clear.
But it's not.
It's not. It's not an ugly fight by any means. Like, I can watch it and I wouldn't be like,
Okay.
like, oh god, my eyes. No, I'm not. It's not like that.
Yeah. So okay, I think to nail it down, to simplify it even more, it reminds. Okay. Question: has everybody in this call seen the animation of Omni-Man versus Metro Man?
Yes.
Okay.
I think
Okay. You haven't?
No, but go on.
Okay. Well, when you watch it, there's a particular style that animator does that finally connects me with this animation. It feels like there is more of a preference for the color saturation than there is actually drawing on the shading in these models, because the way that YouTuber did his animations is he puts this kind of he too does this kind of cell shaded on twos model look for that animation, and something about this animation feels like it's almost trying to be like that very similarly, where I don't know, the best way I can describe it is it feels like this almost is reminding me of a Source Filmmaker animation and how models in Source Filmmaker are compared to models in Blender.
Yep.
Yeah. All that
That makes sense.
all that to say,
But
this is like, it's not awful by any means. It's not like
No.
it's not like I'm gonna like gouge my eyes out ugly.
and, you know, like we said, this is Zach's first time doing
Yeah.
3D. And you know, I'm sure he'll learn this, like, you know, if he
I
does
think-
more 3D anime, I'm sure he'll learn to style it better in the future.
Well, okay.
You know.
Well,
Okay, to be fair,
okay,
I think Zach's
not-
done 3D on his own.
he has.
Outside of
Okay,
Death Battle, but this is his first for Death Battle.
Or does
Yeah, so what I'm thinking, because
But-
we all know this could potentially be Zach's style, and ZDogg is right. He just needs more time with it, because, and I can't believe I have to really say this, but here it goes. Every 3D animator has their own specific style. We've
Yeah.
seen it on Death Battle countless times. Like, Torian had his own animation style. Devil Artemis had his own animation style. The Blender team had their own style. Luis has his own style.
Yeah.
And so did Origin, and now Zach. So each animator essentially animates in their own unique style that they think this fight should be in. And I guess Zach made the conscious decision to want this animation to feel as if, again, it almost comes off as a cel-shaded video game. Not even a manga, but a cel-shaded video game that was made by Toei Animation with a very limited budget. And that's not an insult, because those games are great, but it definitely feels like BrobusCast said, it's almost like it's scratchy.
It's also probably to Zach's point, it's probably a very stylistic choice for this one fight.
Yeah.
I imagine if Zach does 3D animation again, it's probably not going to look the same. So yeah. Yeah, but either way, it's not awful to look at. It's not ugly by any means. And even if it was like, oh god, I think it's like, don't grab a screenshot ever, the way it's all animated makes up for it, and the choreography and all that. It makes up for any problems I could have visually.
I guess to end it off, it's definitely the most unique stylistic 3D fight we've had, and that can be both. And I personally think that's good because, Devil Artemis is quote unquote gone. Torian is also not working with the team consistently anymore, and every 3D animator they bring in, whether it's current or future, I would imagine they want that animator to express the way the fight plays out in their mind when they're animating this, because that's really it. Contrary to what people will believe, Ben and the crew absolutely have no say when it comes to how the fight is animated and how it looks.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're just there to write the scripts and captain the ship, and then that's it. So the animators themselves have the power to decide how they feel this fight will look.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it still looks fine. And like I said, the stuff that happens in the fight can make up for whatever problems I have visually, because goddamn.
Yeah. Yeah, because other than two dead pedestrians that look awfully familiar disappearing in the next shot, when Yuji is talking to Denji, I got no other problems with this episode. Well, maybe the sky texturing and maybe the buildings, but that's about it. I don't care. It's nitpicks. It's visual nitpicks.
I was gonna say what the fight front and center look like is really damn fun in my opinion. So,
yes, no, this is why I say this is better than Bakugo versus Reze. And again, don't want to throw shade at the animation for that. It was designed to be the way it was, but this episode just knows how to have fucking fun with its choreography.
Exactly. Okay, I just want to back off or follow up on that and say, God, I love how they wrote Denji in this fight. He's so fun.
Yeah.
They got his character done so well, and like just all the quips he made, like especially the very first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so happy they included the fucking nutshot. Gosh.
Yeah. Man, if you had a nickel for every time the death battle, the 2026 year starts off with a nut shot, you would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's just so fucking funny. It's happened twice.
Yeah.
Well, technically 3 times, but still, point stands.
Yeah, but
also,
like, even beyond that, like his whole like I'm the hero to all, kicker of asses, magnet to chicks, like that. Like
yeah.
That's so Denji. That I love that.
Yeah, no. When we get into voice acting, I definitely want to give the voice actor for Denji his flowers. But that being said, can I just say, yeah, no. the choreography and how these two fight is so fucking good. You can immediately tell how different they are stylistically. Yuji is more of the combatant who goes for the martial arts, whereas Denji is literally just making it up as he goes. He's a drunken brawler. He uses whatever the fuck he needs to get the job done. He doesn't strategize whatsoever.
Hey, it works though.
It does. Like
Denji,
I think my favorite. Good.
Denji is the equivalent of flail around your arms until you win.
Yeah, like also too. Can I just say one of my favorite Denji moments isn't even him kicking Yuji in the little fuck. I was trying to come up with a clever name for those things, but you know what? Screw it. I'll just say it. Kicking Yuji in the grapefruits. My favorite moment is actually him using his head chainsaw to cut around a piece of concrete and throw it at him.
Yeah, he freaking just throws the street at him using his head. Yeah,
Literally cuts a hole in the street, throws at him. That's so hilarious and fun.
That's good. I like that. Yeah, they definitely they definitely make creative use out of both their Dendi's.
Yes.
And like when after Yuji cuts the street and like he throws his, basically Spider-Man's.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I you know, it's funny. I can hear I can hear Boomstick just fucking fangasming over how Denji uses the chainsaws in this fight.
There you
go. Because yeah, like just like funny enough, this it very much like how Ruby versus Maka was our first ever scythe on scythe combatants. Denji is our first ever chainsaw combatant.
Have we really not have? Gosh, I didn't even think about that.
Well, we've had
we've had
chainsaws before, but
well, yeah, but we've never had a combatant whose primary weapon is the chainsaw.
Primary weapon, yeah, no.
Yeah, primary, yeah.
Which again, thank God this wasn't Ash versus Denji, because then it just would have been stupid.
And my tongue. But yeah. Also, one other thing I want to really give props here is like how good they show off Denji's regeneration, because like he gets fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, he gets slashed to hell and no pun intended. He gets slashed to hell and back, and just manages to keep fighting on, even like later. Not to skip too far.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
Okay. Yeah, on my tongue then.
No. Well, Yuji also gets fucked up. Like, he literally gets kicked in the dick. And he gets his arm cut off. Yes, not only does he get his arm cut off, but Denji drinks the blood pouring out of the arm itself, and bitch slaps him with his own arm.
He really batters him with his own arm. My God. That's
like,
fun.
Yeah, and also I do love how, I mean, as predicted, we do see Yuji separate both Denji and Pochita early on, mind you, but holy crap, was the effect done pretty good.
Oh yeah, no, that effect was great.
Probably one of my favorite parts, like immediately after that, when Pochita was like charging after Yuji, and Yuji's like, nope.
Yeah.
That scene of Pochita just and again, this is a favorite scene. The music stops, Pochita charges, and then all of a sudden Yuji just makes a little sound and it's like, wait, where did he go? And then Pochita is literally bashing him so fast it looked like he just disappeared. I don't think we've ever had an episode really showcase how fast somebody is moving. Like, Death Battle always finds a way to use speed as a way for these characters to, if they're moving so fast, they're literally just blurs fighting, or in a Dragon Ball character's case, they're just doing the typical pew pew, where they're just colliding, and it looks like two beams of light are colliding with each other. But here I like that. No, Pochita is moving so fast. Yuji looked like he just popped out of reality.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, that's very good. And
Good.
yeah.
That's good. No. I like.
Oh, and yeah, and then domain expansion time happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freaking bottom reference. Thank you. God,
Yeah.
That
Man.
higher that's better number. But yeah. Sorry, you know.
Also, I don't know. I don't know if I was the only one thinking this, but when they're in the quote-unquote domain, okay, am I the only one? Maybe I don't know. They haven't confirmed this, but I'm just gonna theorize. Is that the same environment from fucking Guts versus you know who?
Oh shit, it might be actually.
Yeah, the winter, the environment is again. I recognize it. I'm like, wait a minute, is that? It can't be. It looks like it.
That didn't even click in my head.
You know, like, all of a sudden now,
I mean-
Dimitri is just pulling Guts' body. It's seeing both these two fight each other.
I mean, like, it's obviously meant to be a nod to
Yeah.
The
the
Mahito.
Mahito fight.
Yes, it is.
I should also
but-
probably say, judging from what I've heard from other people, Yuji's domain can look like that. Like, I know that was such a big contentious thing.
It was.
Because, like, he pops the domain, it's like, wait, Yuji's domain don't look like that. It's like, well, it can. There apparently is a snowy forest somewhere in his domain, so you know what? Fair enough. But it's also just like, it's cool, so who cares?
Yeah. It is,
cool.
and again, if they did indeed reuse the environment asset from Guts versus Dimitri, then hey, I'm not complaining. That environment was awesome as hell, and it's good to see it again.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I'm cool with it that they made it this.
Yeah.
So, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, this climax, can I just say that this is definitely a top contender for like my favorite climax so far.
Gosh, the entire fight inside the domain is just so damn good. Like, my gosh, like, and like, you know, not only do we get a follow up to of Genji doing another ball kick with the domain expansion joke.
That is okay.
So did not know what he was like. He so did not know what he was saying.
Yes, no.
Like, I don't know, like-
every reactor.
It's like, I don't know
sorry,
what,
go ahead.
like, Denji's 100% is like, I don't know what a domain expansion is, but it means something to this guy.
Again, when I saw every reactor get to that point, all of a sudden they're like, wait, what? When did he figure it out? And then it was a cop-out. He literally just said that to distract Yuji, because Yuji's probably thinking, oh shit, he knows domain expansion. I gotta keep my guard up. Once again, kick in the dick.
Yep, gotta love it.
Yeah, showing that, again, really showing how Denji is just a master of getting somebody to let their guard down so much that they leave their lower area exposed.
Exactly. Gotta love it. But
Man,
Okay. sorry, yeah.
oh, good. Oh, okay, I was just gonna say, man, Johnny Cage and Yusuke are smiling up in Death Battle Heaven.
He did well.
Yeah, he
yeah.
did.
But
Uh,
I'll just say, like, the scene, but also like the scene directly after, where like, you know, Genji sawing into Yuji's
yes, oh my god, and then
grabs the chainsaw, stopping it, and then a callback to the line,
punk ass bitch.
the punk,
Ass bitch. And then Black Flash.
That's so good.
Oh my god.
You just-
So good. So good. And
and then, oh my, the
the shrine. The shrine
shrine.
moment.
Yeah, freaking Yuji uses shrine. Then
Denji just walks right through it.
Yeah, literally walks right through it. And a lot of people, I did see a lot of people say, is he bleeding? Is he not bleeding? And that, yes, to answer everyone's question, yes, the shrine is cutting him. It's just he's regenerating too fast for it to do any lasting damage. Oh my god, I loved seeing Zack break down how he achieved that effect with the shrine cutting Denji, or Denji Man, excuse me.
Yeah, no, that like freaking highlight of the fight for me easily. Like that.
Yeah.
It just has so much damn aura, and it's just.
Oh yeah, no. Okay, Superman, give up the aura crown. Now it's Denji Man who gets it now.
Oh my god.
I don't know if that was an intentional callback to Goku versus Superman 2.
Oh, I
probably
freaking
coincidence.
doubt it.
Yeah,
probably a coincidence, but if not, then holy crap! Again, just the idea of a character walking through an attack like that with so much damn aura is just amazing.
Oh yeah, and then then it's the ending climax of freaking Yuji doing a black flash. He literally did the fucking Senator Armstrong beam.
Yeah. So, funny enough, a mutual friend of ours actually did use did create a meme for that, which I gave to the lads on my friend's behalf to use.
That's so
Standing
good.
here, Yuji realized that him and Den
die. They're crazy. Oh my god. But then get a little more fighting in there. It's really tense then.
It's hard to believe how this climax is having so many fake outs. You don't know who the hell is gonna win. I mean, well, you do. You're confident on who you want is to win, but it literally feels like, man, this is going back and forth. Honestly, this could be a draw.
It really keeps you on your toes till the very end, which I think is really good. Like, especially, regardless of like hindsight or whatever, like especially with how close people were thinking this match was, having such a tense duel until the end, and then you get the one-stroke duel, and then Yuji gets cut in half. Like, that's good shit. That's really good shit. Like, man,
it is.
And then poor Yuji gets Gojo'd. You hate to see it.
Literally.
Man.
Also,
that had to be intentional.
Most certainly, it had to be. Also, we have the epilogue shots back. Yeah.
Yeah, technically, I was gonna say.
technically no, but we do have an epilogue where Pochita and Denji want to go get some burgers.
Just casually kill the guy and like, all right, I'm hungry now. Where's
that's Denji in a nutshell. Where's the nearest Burger King? Pochita, let's go get some.
Yeah, and also I will say I don't know why the last Yuji's last line of a
curse and the brother friends. You don't see that every day.
You see that every day. Yeah, there you go. That I don't know. That just it feels like a poetic last line, and any reference to Toto was good in my book. So
yeah, I mean, fucking bite the bullet, death battle. Put Toto in. God damn it. I don't even care if my baby boy loses. I just want to see him in.
One day he'll get his time.
And then, oh man, maybe that's when we're gonna get the return of horny Boomstick, because Boomstick, when Wiz reveals what Toto looks for in a woman, Boomstick will just say, "He is my brother."
Any death battle scriptwriters take notes. No.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god. But okay.
See, you can do horny Boomstick right, guys. You just gotta, finesse it a little bit.
Then finesse, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this animation is so fucking memorable. It's so weird. Like I'm not. I don't want to be mean. Like I love the other episodes' animations, but this animation just sticks with you.
Yeah, no, like I definitely think it's a really damn good fight with a lot of really memorable moments, really creative uses of both abilities, and it's just such a fun time. I really have no notes, like other than like certain shots like look a bit like aside from like a handful of shots that I think look just the slightest bit off. Like I don't care like with how fast the fight's moving and how entertaining everything is. Like no, I'm satisfied. And honestly, oh that was a voice crack. I apologize. I know I said that I wasn't the biggest fan of this matchup last time. Honestly, I feel like this episode kind of, I don't know, it made me regain a bit of love for this matchup and like why I enjoy these characters in the series overall. Like, it's just a really fun time, and I'm glad it turned out the way it did. So,
yeah, it's solid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I dig it.
Yeah, good shit, everyone. Good shit.
It also sounded great too.
It did. Again, I must ask, how the frick does Caboose voice Yuji? How is that a thing?
Yep.
I got a better question. How does Caboose do such a good impression of Yuji? I almost thought it was the original actor for Yuji.
Yeah, yeah, no, freaking, yeah, Michael Malconian. Yep, I was gonna say that he just sounds like Yuji. He sounds a lot English dub VA, and yeah, he does it very good. I like it.
He does. Like I think he gets some good lines when he explains how he separated the two cursed energies, and then obviously the punk ass bitch line, and then followed up by the Black Flash. That was very, very well delivered.
Oh yeah. It was
like
really
man dug deep for that one.
Yep, you really feel like you son of a bitch. Here's payback.
Yeah. I love the energy he was given it. Although speaking of energy,
oh gosh, yeah.
Yep.
Yep. So Denji was portrayed by Corey Holland.
another fucking Corey. What the hell, Death Battle? How many Corey? we literally have had 2 Corys on for 2 Death Battles.
Yeah.
Will we? Yeah, will the next time have a Corey to complete the Corey trilogy?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But
yeah, no, Corey was the MVP of this for me as Denji.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, he was freaking fantastic. Like again, I do think he sounds very, very good. And again, the energy in a lot of his lines, you can tell he's having a fun time voicing this character. Which again, as someone who's voiced Denji on a Versus show before, you definitely want that energy, and he pulls it off very well. And like I said, especially like with line reads like the monologue, the kicker of asses, that you can tell he has the right amount of energy to voice this little goober.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm satisfied.
Especially when, well, also too, the Denji man monologue is also pretty good. Like,
oh yeah,
he does. Like, man, this guy Corey, I tell you, he came in, he knew the assignment, and he just delivered so much high octane deliveries.
Yeah. I was gonna say I'm very satisfied, and I really hope we hear more of him.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm down.
Very strong first impression.
And then
Corey comes back for the next episode.
And then there's the music, which, by the way, it is called Infernal Combustion, and I think that is the most sick and raw name I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't really care that it only fits one of these guys. It probably fits both of them in some vague way, but I don't care. It's just a raw name in general, and that's good enough for me.
Yeah.
And as for the track itself, yeah, I like it.
That's all right.
I think it's got good energy, especially when it really starts to get going. Like the guitar and the heavy metal vocals Brandon is a master of. I think that section's good.
I need to listen to it more often. I don't know if it's just me. I found myself listening to the 2026 tracks a lot less than any of the other ones. Like
I personally
this isn't even like a comment against. This isn't even me trying to be like, yeah, but that's because these tracks are not as good. I don't know. It's just the more recent ones that come out. I'm just like, yeah, they certainly exist. All right, like they just don't hit as much, I guess. I don't know.
I disagree a little bit because, especially so the more vocal track ones, they do vary, but I still think that Soul Outsider is the most memorable track so far because I've gone back to it multiple times. I'm even listening to it right now in my head, and I can just remember it more clearly. This one, Internal Combustion, I definitely need to hear it in order to get it in my head, but I do understand what you mean.
Yeah.
I mean, even Cell Metal track, I mean, I thought it was pretty memorable, but that's only because it had Cell's theme song in it.
Yeah. I mean, for me, like, I definitely agree. Like, I haven't gone back to many of these tracks, but not not because of quality.
No, it's not because of quality. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I feel like this one. I think I don't know. I definitely think it fits the fight well, at the very least. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I can. I don't know. I don't think the lyrics really hit me, admittedly, but I mean, the track itself sounds nice. So that's, yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, that's fine. It's just, again, like, it really just is the fact that I haven't listened to it very often.
I was gonna say,
that's really the only thing that's like, and I'm not doing it I'm not like not listening to it for any particular reason. Like, it's definitely not quality. I can tell you that. But it's just, it comes, like, I guess just because it comes up so rarely whenever I'm listening to like a collection of music. I have like no control over, like, I use YouTube mixes for background music. And the only real control I have over that is what music I listen to, like what I actually like go out and look and listen to on my own. And then YouTube is just like, hey, you listen to this track a lot, you listen to this track sometimes, this track sounds very similar, or has the same artist or whatever. Other than that, I have like zero control over how those play out. So maybe I just need to listen to this one more often, like, intentionally. Maybe I need to go out of my way and listen to this more.
I mean, you both definitely need to listen to Soul Outsider more, because that's a y'all problem. I listen to that damn track almost every fucking day, and I gotta tell you, it's arguably, it's right up there with Millennial Monsters and Dante vs. Clive's track, and Spiral of Emotions for me. Like, it's a damn good track.
I think that's the best track of the year so far, if I'm being honest.
Okay, then, all right, you passed the test. No,
But-
I hear what y'all were saying. Again, I'm with Bro, and I'm with ZDogg. I have not listened to internal combustion that often. That's not because I don't want to. It's just there are literally things going on in my life that I don't intentionally think. Excuse me, I don't think about putting it on.
Yeah.
But when I
outside of Death Battle, believe it or not.
Yeah, right, exactly. We're not just sitting here in the void waiting for a new Death Battle to come out so we can talk about it. But I don't know. I don't feel like it's that bad of a track, but I do understand where Bro's coming from because it 2025 unfortunately did kind of spoil us and set the bar too high to where now, depending on your taste or your personal preference, if you think, if there is a group of people who, honest to God, think that the 2026 Death Battle tracks that have come out this year are genuinely garbage and shitty, that's your own personal preference and opinion, and I can't change that. But I do think that it just comes down to how the tracks themselves are tailor-made to fit with the animation. I definitely can say they're more memorable. Like, each track the only one that's not as memorable for me is Groove versus Megaminds, with the exception of the dubstep moment. But all the other tracks that have been vocals, or at least non-vocals, they've been pretty good. It's just, I can understand they're not setting the bar high. And it's kind of not their fault. Look, it's not these tracks. It's not Brandon and Werewolf's fault that they literally spoiled the hell out of us last year with all of these badass, memorable tracks.
I mean, yeah. So, like,
Yeah.
You're
probably going to hear me echo a very similar thing in a future episode. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Anyway, I will say I did listen to it just before we recorded, just before we got here, just to refresh my memory on how it sounds like by itself. And yeah, it's solid.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's pretty good. And, again, keeps the energy up for the fight. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, how do we forget to mention this? Okay, I need to circle all the way back to the animation real fast.
Yeah.
Because one thing we completely forgot to mention, we kind of alluded to something along the lines when Richard said, like, oh, well, he had help here. One of those people that helped him was apparently electric.
That's right.
Yeah, who, if you did, makes fan. He's made some fan-made, or they've made some
animations. Yes.
Fan-made animations for, including like fan previews.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, it was really freaking cool to see the upgrade to the official show. That's freaking insane. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been doing that a lot lately. Speaking of,
I know. I was just gonna say we also have a new guest editor.
Yeah.
oh my god, right.
Yeah. Freaking. Oh my god. I feel bad for just
Me
kind of
too.
brushing off the editing.
The
Because
editing.
freaking Jabber Godot just happened to show up.
Yeah, finally paying off. So, okay, this doesn't mean anything to people who didn't participate in the tournament. In Champions Island.
Yeah.
But Jabber Godot made a kick-ass edited trailer for, I believe it was for Ash and his list of combatants. And I was there. I was literally there with the Death Battle crew and the other people. DJ loved it so much that he personally asked Jabber Godot to DM him so they could talk about editing styles and stuff for the future. And literally all of us in the group were like, oh shit, did Jabber just secure himself a position?
Yeah, it's funny.
And here we go.
It's funny because I heard about that, and I don't remember if it was while waiting for this episode or while waiting for Gru vs. Megamind. But I literally asked, like, whatever became of that, by the way. I remember hearing about that, and then it never came, like, aside from casual conversation, it never came up ever again.
No.
So I was like, I wonder whatever came of that. And then here we are.
Yeah, here we are. Oh my god, it's so crazy. Well, I mean, I guess Max had to take some time off to go film himself for a particular Death Battle pitch matchup. So maybe that's where Jobber came in. Also, please, this is not an advertisement. This is a declaration. Please, for the love of God, everybody go watch the Beetlejuice versus Genie match pitch up. It's probably one of my favorite pitch matchups that's ever been done, especially because a certain friend of ours, whose name rhymes with the Bapter, made an appearance in it, and I'm like, holy hell, this is cool.
Yeah, definitely go check that out.
Yeah. So maybe that's why Jobber came in.
Well, that and Max is probably hard locked onto the next episode, which we'll get to later.
Oh yeah, no. Which I'm betting him and DJ are gonna tag team that. If Jobber ends up coming back for future episodes, I would welcome it because DJ and Max need a break. Like, I hope Jobber gets to solo edit an episode one day because, again, as somebody who was there in the call and got to see his skills in person, it was very good. I was very surprised on how this does feel like it's really similar to Death Battle. It almost feels like DJ made this, so I'm so happy for them. Like, good for them. I'm happy to have new people here.
Honestly,
for the record, Jobber edited Denji's analysis.
Okay.
Just so you know where he's at.
Yeah. All right. Yes. Good job. Again.
very good.
Yeah. So sorry, Jobber, if you're out there listening. Hey, you're always welcome on the show to break it all down for us.
It is.
And hey, if Ash Williams does get into Death Battle, well, there's your ideal team. It's gonna be Max and Jobber because
there you go.
Max and Jobber both love Ash Williams.
There you go. But man, I feel like I've said this in a previous episode, but it always makes me happy to see Death Battle embracing the community and
Oh yes.
I've been doing that a lot lately.
They have. They really have.
Of the community that do cool shit to get on. That just makes me happy.
I know I don't exactly have the best view of the community right now. I've certainly not been subtle about it, but I do love
they make
that
some talented shit.
Yes, exactly. The community has and is capable of creating very talented stuff, and they're actively pushing themselves to want to be on the show. And I do appreciate that Death Battle takes notice of that, and they bring them on in whether it's in an editing capacity, an animation capacity. It's very nice to see the fans be involved in this because, again, we are in the independent era now for however long it lasts. I feel like it's more now that Death Battle has to fully embrace being independent, and with that comes we need to reach out to the community to keep an eye on up and coming talent that could be help to us for future matches.
Yeah, I mean, hell, the
even
research team is made entirely out of fans.
Yeah, exactly. Some of them.
Speaking of, shout out to Rena. This is her second episode.
Yeah, good job, Rena. Let's go. Good job.
Good girl.
I'm just gonna cut to the end and say I have not had such a fun time with an episode like this one, and that's weird because I mean, I love the first. I have grown on this year so far, but I feel like it's Yuji versus Denji that finally put us on. I don't want to say the right track, but it definitely it delivered something truly fun and exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely think that applies very well here, because
Oh yeah, because I get such a joy from watching the episode. I really don't have any major criticisms that lose any points on the quality of the episode overall.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it does kind of make me hope that we can continue that, because I'm gonna be honest, like, I hate to go funny, we just got done talking about the positivity of the community, but now I have to bring up the negativity aspect for the final time in this episode, in this recording. I have seen the community say that Death Battle 2026 they feel like this year is not as good as 2025, and it's starting to show that again, this is just literally what I've seen people say in certain circles and on in the literal social media hellscape that is known as Twitter. But I have seen people say that it does feel like 25 only had the safety net of the budget from the campaign, the Kickstarter campaign, to make that as good as it was. And now that they're having to rely solely on membership, sponsorships, and the Death Battle Patreon/website, it does feel like Death Battle 26 is showing the flaws and the chink and the overall chink of being independent.
Well,
and to that I say, well, no shit.
I mean, like, to an extent, I mean, they're kind of right. Like,
they are.
Okay, hold on. Let me make sure this gets across. Okay, yes, okay. You know, I was gonna save this for the ranking, but I'll probably still repeat it there. But screw it, I'm gonna say it now. 24, 25. This is gonna sound weird. I almost feel like those episodes were maybe a bit too good.
Yeah.
Like, that sounds like, I know that sounds really freaking weird, but but it's led to a lot of, like, I know they've said, the crew have said they aren't trying to reach like peaks with this year. Like they're dialing it back a little bit. Which is fair. You know, they like, the last thing I want these people to do is overwork themselves. And I can't help but feel like, as good as episodes we got last year were, I know for a fact that quite a few of them were very much last-minute finishes.
Yes, they were.
And this goes for even some of my personal favorite episodes, which again we'll get to those later. But it's led to a lot of people this year being like, it kind of echoing what I've said in the last couple episodes, where it's like it's either it's peak or it's bad.
There's no in between.
Yeah, there's no in between. This isn't a commentary on this episode. This episode's definitely getting higher up on a lot of people's lists.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. So like, when I hear people say like, this year is more, like, it's showing more of like them being independent, because like, yeah, last year and the year before that, they did have the cushion of the Kickstarter. That's just an objective fact.
To create the illusion that they were still going to be able to be Rooster Teeth quality level.
Yeah. But then at the same time, it's like, what's the problem with that? Like, we're like, the episodes we got this year, like, yes, do they reach the peaks of 24, 25? God, no.
So far, no. I mean, we know there's going to be one. Like, I do want to bring that up. I have no doubt there will be that one episode that they're probably going to go all out on that will be peak.
Yeah,
but
probably.
I don't think they're going to be consistently able to pull it off episode to episode like last year. And to be fair, last year that they didn't shy away from it. I mean, we all know the entire Kickstarter money, which was nearly $1 million, all went to those episodes.
Yeah.
And they had that to be able to give us the idea that, okay, look, this is what Death Battle Independent is going to look like. And they have now set, unfortunately, and again, this happens, they did set the foundation to where, just because we're independent doesn't mean we're not going to have episodes that are still the same level of quality like we had when it was seasons 9 and 10. Yeah. But now, it's like BrobusCast said, now the illusion's gone. We straight up know that, okay, we're going to go back to either getting episodes that are either bad, good, or peak. And unfortunately, good is not going to be as well-rounded as a lot of people want it to be, because I have seen people say, it's like, oh yeah, no, there's so far, the most peak episode we've gotten so far is Cell versus Metal Sonic, which is, by definition, peak. I mean, look at the view count.
True.
So, I do feel like, yeah, we all did see this coming, but I just don't want that to mean that, that means that the episodes that you like, potentially, that are gonna happen, I don't want it to feel like, so that means it's not going to be on the level that I want it. Guys, it's a 50-50 shot. Like, if it ends up being just the way you wanted it to be, or if it doesn't come close to that, do you really want to lose sleep over it? Because, I mean, look, the series is still going. I feel like that is something we need to really just be thankful for. The series is still going. The fact that it can even continue this level of pacing at all, month to month, I think that's impressive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they are, like, no matter, regardless of whether you like the episode or not, like, the team is still going to give it, like, their 100% effort, whether or not it lines up with your,
Yeah.
for the episode.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a saying. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, regardless, they're still gonna put all the passion they can into the episode. So
yeah, it reminds me of a quote from one of my favorite canceled shows. Just go out there and do your best. Well, what if my best isn't good enough? Then it's good enough for me.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that works.
Mm-hmm. I hear it. I do monitor it, and I hear it, and I get y'all. But that is the reality. And guess what's not helping that? The fucking YouTube algorithm itself. They have to adjust to it as it's happening. Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but they keep changing the preview thumbnail titles and the actual titles itself because they have to find the right one that actually can be picked up by the YouTube algorithm to be put on people's radar.
Thanks.
So it's not just being independent. That's the That's the other thing we have to worry about. They're having to struggle with being independent and fighting the YouTube algorithm.
Mm-hmm. And all its joyous little bullshit.
Yeah. Man, being a YouTuber in 2026 is fun.
Yep.
Well,
Like
anyway,
we made our points.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, look, the last thing I'll say on this matter, and then we need to move on. And by move on, I mean make everybody wait for the next for part 2. Is like, look, I'll be the one to say it. If y'all can't handle a 7 out of 10 a standard 7 out of 10 episode, that's your problem.
Yeah, I agree.
Like we've said before, y'all would not have survived earlier.
Oh yeah,
No, no.
oh God, no.
Oh man, season though. If y'all had been around during the season 1 and 2 eras,
Yeah,
It's
no,
not.
I mean,
you know, I'll save. I was about to say something else, but I'll save it for when we're off camera.
Okay,
no,
that's
But
fair.
yeah. No,
anyways, good episode.
overall, I was gonna
Yes,
say,
great episode.
yeah, like I said, very much enjoyed this episode, and did make me kind of turn around on the matchup a little bit. So,
Yeah,
love that.
me
You
too.
know, while we're complaining about the community, though, I will say it is kind of funny. The common complaint is, getting a lot of anime episodes. Anime episodes are becoming the
Oh
new
God, yeah.
anime episodes are becoming the new Marvel versus DC. Like, it almost makes me wonder, when the hell are we going to get another Marvel versus DC episode? It's been quite a while since
Oh
we've
shit,
gotten.
I'm losing recording. All right, the recording's about to get corrupted. All right, hold up. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll get this fixed up. All right, bye.